Hello students, welcome back to Venkat Gola Tutorials. Today's topic is transportation of carbon dioxide. To Venkat Gola's tutorials. In the previous video we discussed how oxygen is transported from the lungs to tissues, and now let's talk about the transportation of carbon dioxide. The transport of carbon dioxide. During the oxidation of food materials, the food is converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy. These are formed. Now the carbon dioxide is a gaseous form. It diffuses out of the cells into the blood capillaries. The food materials convert into carbon dioxide and water, and energy is produced. Carbon dioxide is transported in three ways. They are, number one is transport of carbon dioxide in dissolved form is about 7%. Secondly, transport of carbon dioxide as bicarbonate ions So the number one is transport of carbon dioxide in dissolved form is about 7%. The carbon dioxide diffuses out to the plasma is in the form of carbonic acid. Secondly, the transport of carbon dioxide as a bicarbonate form of sodium and potassium, it is about 70%. So the major. And third one is transport of carbon dioxide as carbaminohemoglobin. It is about 23%. So 7% of carbon dioxide transport diffuse out in the form of carbonic acid. This is 7%, and 70% is above major amount, largest amount of carbon dioxide transport out as a bicarbonate ions, Hc3O CO3 minus. And transport of carbon dioxide as a carbaminohemoglobin, this is about 23% carbaminohemoglobin. Now let's see what the first one is. Transport of carbon dioxide as dissolved form. Transport of carbon dioxide in dissolved form, it is about 7%. Because it's a highest solubility highest solubility. About 7% carbon dioxide gets dissolved in the blood of plasma. And carried in solution to the lungs. That means carbon dioxide plus water gives rise to carbonic anhydrase is an enzyme, and the presence of zinc H2CO3, that means H2CO3, it is called as carbonic acid. Okay, so transport of carbon dioxide in dissolved form about 7%, because it means carbon dioxide highest solubility. Carbon dioxide has highest solubility in nature. About 7% of carbon dioxide gets dissolved in blood of plasma and carried in solution to the lungs. So carbon dioxide binds with water, react with water, and form carbonic acid in the presence of enzyme called carbonic anhydrase. So zinc ions are required over here. Now coming to the second one is called as transport of carbon dioxide as bicarbonates of sodium and potassium. So transportation of carbon dioxide in the form of bicarbonate as bicarbonate ions. It's the largest fraction of carbon dioxide, about 70%, is converted to bicarbonate ions. HCO3, bicarbonate ions, and transported in plasma. When carbon dioxide diffuses into into red blood cells. It combines with water, forming carbonic acid. Carbonic acid is unstable, highly unstable, and quickly dissociates into bicarbonate ions and hydrogen ions. Bicarbonates and hydrogen ions. So the transport of carbon dioxide as a bicarbonate form, bicarbonate of sodium and potassium, largest fraction of carbon dioxide, about 70%, is converted to bicarbonate ions and transported in plasma. When carbon dioxide diffuses into red blood cells, it combines with water and forming carbonic acid. This carbonic acid is highly unstable. And quickly dissociates into HCO3 bicarbonate ions and hydrogen ions. Got it? Right. Next, although this reaction also occurs in plasma. It's thousands of times faster in red blood cells because they contain carbonic anhydrase enzyme. So although this reaction is also occurs in plasma, it is thousands of times faster in RBC because they contains carbonic anhydrase enzyme. This carbonic anhydrase enzyme becomes speed up the rate of reaction. Carbonic enzyme. So this can be shown in the equational CO2 plus water is a irreversible reaction, means carbonic anhydrase is an enzyme, zinc ions into H2CO3 carbonic acid a reversible reaction, again carbonic anhydrase enzyme into HCO3 carbonate bicarbonate ions plus H plus ions. H plus ion. That means, as you all know, this is a carbonic acid. This is bicarbonate ion. Now let us go to what graphical representation. I mean, in detail representation of this diagrammatic view is, this is a tissue cell. It means carbon dioxide over here. This is dioxide. CO2 plus H2O, a reversible reaction, carbonic anhydrase enzyme, H2CO3. Again it is a reversible reaction, H plus HCO3 ion. This is this is an RBC, red blood cell. Red blood cell. Red blood cell. This is tissue cell. Blood capillary. So RBC. So carbon dioxide from tissue cells is diffused into the blood through the blood capillaries and then enter into red blood cells. This area is called plasma. This is plasma. Plasma. Then it is combined with the water, and then react with the water and then form carbonic acid. The presence of carbonic anhydrase. As a result, it undergoes again a reversible reaction and form H plus and bicarbonate ions, CO3 ions. Now another one is called as third form is the third form of third form. How third form is transport of carbon dioxide as carbaminohemoglobin. Carbaminohemoglobin. It is about 23%. So 23% of carbon dioxide is transported in the form of carbaminohemoglobin. Is 23% of carbon dioxide is carried by carbaminohemoglobin. Carbaminohemoglobin means about 23% of carbon dioxide is carried by hemoglobin as carbaminohemoglobin. In addition, to reacting with water, carbon dioxide also reacts. Carbon dioxide also reacts with amine group. Amine group of hemoglobin. Amine group of hemoglobin and forms carbaminohemoglobin. This is usually represented as HbCO2, carbaminohemoglobin. Carbaminohemoglobin. It is unstable. And unstable compound and reversible reaction. That means CO2 plus hemoglobin, reversible reaction from carbaminohemoglobin. Every 100 ml of deoxygenated 100 ml of deoxygenated pellets, 4 ml of carbon dioxide delivers 4 ml of carbon dioxide to alveoli of lungs. So, transport of carbon dioxide as a carbaminohemoglobin. About 23% of carbon dioxide is carried by hemoglobin and form carbaminohemoglobin. In addition to reacting with water, carbon dioxide is also react with amino group in sense amide group, amino group of hemoglobin, and forms carbaminohemoglobin. It is unstable compound and reversible reaction. So carbon dioxide plus hemoglobin gives us to carbaminohemoglobin. Every 100 ml of deoxygenated blood delivers 4 ml of carbon dioxide to the alveoli of lungs. So every 100 ml of blood is about 4 ml of carbon dioxide is reaches to alveoli. Now in addition to that, one more point. In addition to that, one more point is transport of carbon monoxide. Transport of carbon monoxide, CO, transport of carbon monoxide. Hemoglobin have a very high affinity towards carbon monoxide. So hemoglobin have very high affinity towards carbon monoxide. It is more than 200 times carbon dioxide. That means more than 200 times of carbon dioxide. The affinity of this carbon monoxide by the hemoglobin is more than 200 times extra affinity. Carbon monoxide plus hemoglobin gives us to carboxyhemoglobin. It is a permanent complex. It is a permanent complex. Carbon monoxide is poison. This causes a low supply of oxygen to the body cells. Low supply of oxygen to the body cells, and it is characterized by headache, dizziness, nausea, paralysis, even death. These are the characteristics. That means carbon monoxide combines with hemoglobin and form a carboxyl hemoglobin. It is a poisonous It's characterized by headache, dizziness, nausea, paralysis, even death. So important areas here. What percent of carbon dioxide is transported in the form of carbonic acid is 7%. In the form of bicarbonate ions is 70%. In the form of carbaminohemoglobin is 23%. These three areas will, and another thing is every 100 ml of deoxygenated blood carries 4 ml of carbon dioxide to the lungs. So these are the areas we need to be concentrated at. So if you like this video, please share and subscribe. Thank you.